Hello guys and welcome to episode 10 of my Rome 2 Total War campaign, Caesar and Gaul, playing as the Romans, and today we have to continue our conquest of the Vivisae. So last time I took Sotium this turn, and therefore Caesar has increased the army traditions of the First Legion, so we're going to quickly upgrade them. I'm probably going to go with the Unrelenting Force to get the extra charge bonus and the plus 3% morale. Also, the campaign movement range is always really nice because it means that we can hit settlements from further away. But other than that, we need to quickly have a look around at what we can do with our armies this turn. Now, I think I'm going to stay in Nemesis with the 2nd Legion, and once we can recruit stuff in Narbonensis, I will move the army down towards, say, Secundum and recruit some more men, and we'll send them back north again. That's likely what I'll do. You've got the 3rd Legion, who are busy wandering around towards the Vivisae as well. So they're going to be able to get to Tolosa this turn. So we're going to do just that. I don't think I'll be able to garrison them in Tolosa unless I move the 4th Legion to like Secundum or something, just to get them out of the way. So yeah, I'll probably just do that. I'll send them to Davona for now, and that way the men in Tolosa can continue onwards and be much closer to the Vivisae than they otherwise would if they had to stay on the other side of Tolosa. So, yep. The 4th Legion can stay in Davona, 2nd Legion can stay in Nemesis. Just have a quick look at what my spy's doing. I think I'll send her up to see what's happening with the Lemovices. Looks like they have quite a nice army in Duro Tincon. And we have my patrician here still sorting out the culture in Narbonensis. The Vocontii actually have a small army just sitting outside Narbonensis, but we recently made peace with them, so no issues there. I'm actually going to quickly jump into the diplomacy and see what I can do about forming trade and possibly alliances. So the Vocontii, after we basically
welcome, speak,
made peace with them, I thought it would be a good idea to get a trade agreement with them. Now the projected value isn't actually that much. So maybe it's not worth trying for at the moment because of the way in which they hate me so much due to our long war. But not many people actually like me. Like Massilia, they even have a trade agreement with me, but they don't like me at all. I'm very unfriendly. Then we've got hostile, the Lemovices, the German Confederation, the Bitteriges. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. You could probably get a trade agreement with the Edui. Again, they're all like really low sort of income, so there isn't actually much point in doing that because it would damage our reputation if I want to go to war with those people. Anyway, that's about it for this turn. We're going to be completing field surgery in the next 3 turns. Our money is doing well, and in terms of victory conditions, we currently own 12 out of 28 settlements. And we need to completely control the following provinces, so Gergovia, Lutetia, and Pictavis. So we have quite a lot of work to be doing, to say the least. Right, anyway, let's quickly move on to the next turn. Wow, this is interesting. We're being attacked at Davona. I didn't even see this coming, and I basically instinctively moved the 4th Legion to go and defend it. But they have spear warriors, naked warriors, and a general here. And all I have to defend it is basically the general, which is some legionaries. And then we got some levy freemen, Celtic skirmishers, and some plebs. I'm going to try and defend this as best I can. They don't have any skirmishing forces. So as long as I can keep my general in a formation attack, I might be able to hold them back. We'll see how it goes as we fight this on the battle map. Okay, so here we are in the battle. We have our veteran legionaries here. Shouldn't be taking too much damage throughout the battle, as long as I can keep them in their formation. They're probably going to be attacking up this ramp here, which is actually really nice because it provides a choke point for my legionaries to hold. And then in the meantime I can keep my skirmishers actually up on the top. But the only thing is with this sort of ridge here is I don't think the skirmishers can actually throw over it. I will actually find out soon enough though. But first of all, I'm going to soak up the attack with the levy freemen, and then we're going to keep the legionaries in formation behind. Now we don't want to make the ranks too shallow, because otherwise when the charge hits it will break the formation, which is not what I want to happen. So we'll keep them 5 ranks deep. That's my legionaries, and my levy freemen can soak up the initial charge, I think, by keeping them in front there. Then my plebs here, well, they can just join in the battle once everything begins. So that's about it. That's all I've got to do. Now we'll just wait for them to advance upon me.
By the souls of my venerated ancestors, this is an excellent day for killing Gauls. Any day is a good day for killing
Enemy
Gauls.
reinforcements approaching.
Particularly right and proper. So, let's be at them.
Just listening to the general speech there. And the only thing I'm hoping that doesn't happen is that the enemy reinforcements don't come up behind me, because there is a ramp here. So as long as they come up in front of me and hit this ramp here, then all will be fine. Otherwise, I'm going to be in a bit of a predicament, because, like I say, I need to hold my formation in order to be successful in this battle. The naked warriors are on their way. Not very armoured at all, but they do have a mean attack value. Do you imagine fighting with a sword shield in your pants? I don't think I could. See how this goes. So basically what I'm going to let happen is the levy freemen will brace and take the charge. And then what I can do is tell my general to move forwards and kill them. So you can see that's worked really nicely. Levy freemen holding the charge back, and my legionaries just killing anyone else who gets through. And what I'm trying to do here is actually maneuver my skirmishers to get them into a position where they can throw javelins into the fight.
The men are wavering.
And of course the levy freemen aren't going to last very long. But I'm hoping that that won't be too much of an issue. Come on, legionaries, hold your ground. Hold your ground. War cry these naked warriors. See if we can make them rout. But the reason I'm not going to send my plebs in is because I don't want them to cause my general to rout. These plebs being here are basically holding up the morale of my men. I really want to get my skirmishers into a position where they're actually useful, because at the moment they're not doing anything at all, whereas they could potentially be doing a lot of damage to these naked warriors that don't have any armor. There we go, that's working nicely now. Put them on to quick reload. And that should help out a lot with holding the line. So doing well. Could be doing better. We've lost quite a lot of men. But I think having the levy freemen hold that initial charge back was really good, because these naked warriors would have done a lot of damage otherwise. And what's really nice is my skirmishers they're actually completely decimating these naked warriors because they don't have any armor, like I suggested. And now I'm actually going to continue firing into the back of these spear nobles with the skirmishers. Hopefully we can take some more of them out. Let's not waste too much ammo though. We'll keep a volley in reserve.
Warriors, on me! Let's go! No!
And now we can throw again.
One of our units has used all its
And
ammunition.
there we go. That's cut down a few of those men.
Our general has fallen.
Oh, what? That is so unlucky. Oh, wow. Okay. I just saw that. Like, one of the spearmen ran up and just charged into my general and killed him. That's pretty much what just happened. So now we've got to hold against some Oathsworn, I think, and a couple of spear warrior units. Now the spears are going to be easy to cut down with my legionaries. That's what they're really good at. But these Oathsworn, yeah, they're going to take a bit more of a beating, and I'm not sure that I'm going to have enough men in order to stop my general from actually routing, like the general unit, especially after the general's now dead.
Free men! Proud Romans on!
I need to get rid of these spear nobles before the levy freemen get here. Otherwise I'm going to be having issues. Okay, so that's good. Okay, I'm just going to let them brace. Took a lot of damage there from the initial attack. Levy freemen should get cut down very quickly though. Come on, veteran legionaries. Don't let me down. I'm going to use the whip now to make sure that my men are extra effective. We're going to get the levy freemen to charge into their levy freemen. Just help out a bit. If we can start to make these guys rout, it will make my legionaries much more effective. Now, levy freeman versus levy freeman is really good because it's a balanced fight. And it actually masks a lot of these veteran legionaries from losing too many men. And what's happening at the moment is they're kind of getting flanked around this left side. And that is a bit of an issue, but if I reposition my men, then I'm going to lose a lot more. So I'm actually going to tell them to attack the spear warriors. And that way they'll hold in a better position. Although they've lost quite a lot of men because of that. It's just that the Oathsworn have come in now, and after that small charge, it looks like they're actually going to break this unit in a second.
The enemy general is dead.
Wow, actually that is quite lucky. I'm going to get all my plebs to charge in, and my other unit here.
Legionaries! We'll kill them all!
Get all the men in the fight. This is basically our last ditch attempt to save ourselves.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful
And that's
display.
basically it. That's over now because my general has fled. So we've just got plebs now and my skirmishers fighting against Oathsworn. Yeah,
Our men flee the field of battle.
this isn't going to end very
This
well.
is a shameful display.
I think we did really well to hold as long as we did. Close defeat indeed. So we lost 347 men. They lost 485. So unfortunately, a dead general for me. He fought well, but the Gauls caught me out, and I've lost a general and Davona because of it. The 3rd Legion is mispositioned, and thus we take a crushing blow to the conquest of Gaul. And there we go. Close defeat. They actually didn't lose any men, like any entire units, because we lost the battle. So that's a real big shame. Those legionaries killed so many men. 390 odd. It's actually pretty ridiculous. The edict's now cancelled in Narbonensis due to us losing that settlement, which is really annoying. We got military sabotage. That's not good.
Commander.
Because that's going to stop me from getting the 3rd Legion back round to attack Davona. We've got the Alski pressing towards Tolosa, which is not good because if they want to attack me again, well, I've only got the 3rd Legion and the 2nd Legion to, or the 1st Legion, sorry, to sort them out. But with them attacking me at Davona, I am actually going to press on and attack Burdigala, which is their capital. It shouldn't be that well defended. There's a big navy here and their garrison that I've got to deal with. But with the Roman ballistas and my legionaries, should be a pretty easy job. So let's go straight in and fight another battle on the battle map. So I'm hoping that by taking Burdigala off the enemy, I will basically be able to crush their ability to create a large amount of forces. Because most likely their military buildings are in this settlement. Let's bring the ladders out of the way and drop them. We'll get our army into a position which is much easier to assault from. So I want to assault from this position, but these houses and stuff are in the way. I think I'm still going to do that. We'll just get the men to line up beside them for now. Get the Celtic warriors there, the skirmishers, horsemen, and the ballistas and so on can just stay here. Now what I'm going to do is get these guys to break down like these walls, and those will provide a nice space for my men to attack as they charge up. I'll also get my general over, let's not forget about him, otherwise he might get caught out by the naval landing. So there we go. Start breaking down these walls.
Behind those walls, fear is eating at our enemies' souls. Fear. Fear of you and what you might do. Use that fear in this attack. Become fear. Become horror. Become conquerors.
Good old Caesar and his speeches. Fort's taking a lot of damage. We'll soon have these walls down. These Celtic skirmishers will die as the walls collapse. Basically want to break down this whole section of wall, so it makes it easy for me to march up multiple legionaries at the same time. I'm going to get my legionaries into a better position. So I'm going to bring up my skirmishers. Need to keep an eye out for any naval landings though.
The walls are breached.
So we've got some levy freemen on this side over here. It looks like the majority of the navy's landed at the back side of the settlement. Broken down the walls, which is good. We'll continue to attack the other segments of the walls either side. Doesn't seem that the onagers actually do as much damage, which is why it's taking a little bit longer, unless they're just less accurate.
The walls are breached.
And that actually killed some of these skirmishers behind. It's actually quite funny. I'm going to stop these onagers from firing.
At speed.
And we'll just wait for this other bit of wall to be destroyed. and then we'll start moving the men up. I may as well help with the onagers to destroy that wall and make it a lot quicker. That one volley should make it a lot easier. And the next volley from the ballistas will destroy the wall. There we go.
The walls are breached.
Time to send the men forwards. So we're going to do it in lines of 3, where we chunk down 3 parts of the wall at once. And then while they're charging up the slope, we can get the skirmishers to come help out. And we could go with an attacking testudo, but it'll make them a lot slower, and it will just give these missile troops more time to attack my men.
Advance at speed! Legionaries! Skirmishers! Forward! Ready and waiting! Forward! Your orders!
So those volleys are utterly destroying the units there. Continue pressing the men forwards. So many men lost after these skirmishers gave off their volleys. Need to just get these legionaries up the walls before they take too much damage from the skirmishers, because that's exactly what's happening at the moment. A little bit of lag. I'm not sure where that came from. Probably due to the walls again, just moving over broken walls. Because it's not FPS lag. My screen's running absolutely fine. It's just the unit lag. It's kind of weird. A weird kind of lag that comes with Rome 2. I'm going to get these skirmishers to move up. I'm going to capture this tower so it stops firing on my men. We also need to capture the gate. And that way these towers will stop firing at us. Because it will be the towers that do the majority of the damage. Let's make sure they die. We'll get our cavalry to destroy any units that they can. There's no point in charging any of the spear units though, because otherwise I'll just lose men unnecessarily. These slingers, which is the general unit for the settlement, well, they're not going to last very long. My legionaries have taken quite a lot of damage, but they shouldn't take much more now that they're in position to hold off the attack from the sea.
We have captured a tower.
That gives my cavalry a target if they're running out the settlement like that. So I'll send a unit of horsemen to go mow them down.
Brave Romans to a man.
Get these legionaries into position. But I reckon the majority of the rest of their forces are actually up on this hill, defending the victory
We have
objective.
captured the gates.
That's really good because it allows me to just move my men freely in. Although they can already go up the walls, but never mind that. I'm going to get my skirmishers to come up behind the legionaries on that side. And we'll be lining up just in front of the levy freeman by the looks of things, while this tower starts firing down on us, which is really annoying. Going to get my left unit of legionaries to actually go capture that. And then we can charge this levy freeman unit with the other legionaries.
Legionaries! Back! Back now! Deadly missiles ready! Get running!
My skirmishers to continue moving up, because no doubt these levy freemen are going to be dead soon.
At your service! Quick march! At speed! At the double! Skirmishers! Warriors, move out! Jupiter gives us strength! March!
Get the extra unit of legionaries up.
At speed!
Oh, it actually seems that there's a lot of men coming down this slope. Something that I didn't expect. Let's engage these levy freemen and mercenary Gallic warriors before they cause too much of an issue to my legionaries. Yep, that legionary unit is probably dead. They took a nice flanking hit there. I didn't expect the enemy to have men on top of this ramp. Ah, it looks like I just about managed to engage the Gallic warriors before they hit my legionaries in the back, which will allow my legionaries to hold a little bit longer. I'm going to get these skirmishers round though, because if they fight me on this slope, then my skirmishers will be able to fire over the top of my men and actually do quite a lot of damage. I'm going to kill off these levy freemen who had their backs to me and therefore took an insane volley from the pillar.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Legionaries!
I'm going to get this unit of legionaries back out of the way. And we'll replace it with a more replenished unit. These two can continue pressing up the slope. I'll get the skirmishers that have some ammo left to get into position. Try and move my men inside, including the onagers, because maybe they'll come in handy. Horsemen in the meantime, well, they can go and capture like the objectives in the settlement.
At your service, legionaries!
Here we go, fighting on the slope. Just allowing my skirmishers to have plenty of fun just shooting into the melee.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
They're done now. Both of those units can go capture random parts of the settlement. Make sure that these legionaries on the slope get reinforced, because this is just going to be a never-ending melee. I'm not sure if I can get up on the other side. It looks like I can. So it might be worth bringing round these horsemen instead of trying to capture this tower, charging them in the back. Nah, never mind. That won't work because there's so many levy freemen still in the actual capture zone that it probably wouldn't make a difference. The legionaries are going to hold their ground and we're just going to slowly cut through these levy freemen. That's basically what's going to happen. Make sure that any units of legionaries that aren't depleted get involved in this melee. I could probably send these two units around the other side, but I'm not sure if they'll get there in time, but it's worth a try. Because this melee looks like it's going to go on for quite a while, if I'm honest. Legionaries are slowly pushing forwards up the slope, which is actually pretty cool to watch. I actually quite like the way that now they've fixed the formation attack, that the legionaries move, like how they're sort of commanded to press forwards into the enemy. Because that's sort of what would have happened in real life. They used to slowly push forwards as they were hacking down the men. Applying pressure on the enemy would cause the enemy soldiers to lose their balance and get panicked, basically.
Legionaries!
We have captured the gates!
Orders!
Just reorganizing these men.
Advance! Legionaries!
And then we can continue pressing them on the enemy.
Melee infantry ready!
Okay, so that's sort of working out. It's nice that we've neutralised this arrow tower. The horsemen are taking a lot of damage going around and capturing these objectives though.
Warriors ready. The battle is turning in our favour.
But we're doing well. Still fighting up the slope, but as you can see, slowly pushing forwards. These units of legionaries are getting around the back nicely. These horses are having fun trying to capture this arrow tower. Losing a lot of men. There we go. Just about neutralised it, I think, before they would be forced to rout. And I'm just going to leave them there.
The men are wavering.
They can sort out their morale.
Melee infantry at your command. Advance at speed.
I'm going to charge up this slope now. It looks like some stragglers are going to get killed off by my legionaries.
Yours to command. Legionaries. To arms.
I'm going to keep pushing into the enemy. Slicing apart these levy freemen. Just look at all the bodies that they've had to tread over in order to push up here. Insane. I'm going to leave a unit here actually to capture this tower, and then we're going to send up one to start contesting the capture point at the back here.
Advance. Melee infantry at your command. Legionaries.
So they're continuing to reinforce this fight with the men from the square, but with my legionaries coming in here and absolutely decimating their tribesmen. Should cause them to have to fight me on two fronts. We captured the tower, so I'm going to move on and reinforce this fight.
Captured a tower.
Melee infantry ready.
And what I need to do is basically destroy the navy so that it doesn't harass me after I've captured settlements on the coast. So a lot of these units are from the navy, all the ones that originally had 80 men. I think I've killed a lot of them already, but it looks like the majority of them are still fighting. Very hard fought fight though. Plenty of weird game lag. Actually, I'm not going to actually engage them there. Oh, it doesn't look like it matters. I was going to say I would bring them round and charge them into the back of this melee to break them. It looks like they already did. So we're going to, well, I want to say continue the battle so that we can destroy the navy, but looks like I'm being forced to end the battle there. But close victory, 579 losses for us, 1,839 for the enemy. I think we did actually really well. Caesar doing a great job. So close victory. We destroyed the garrison fleet. We killed off a lot of the garrison army. And, okay, so the entire of the navy died anyway. So that's good. We'll move on and occupy Burdigala. It's going to cost a lot of money to sort out, but I think it's going to be worth it. So we'll convert this to Shrine of Epona. We can convert that to something else. Quickly go through them and have a look. We've already got a Grove of Nymphs here being created, so we will go for something else. Maybe the Temple of Jupiter, so that we can get the Latin cultural influence. Then we can change or dismantle the fortified city. We can convert this to a fishmonger's, or we can demolish it and then make it into a naval port. That's probably more useful because it looks like we're going to need a navy on this side of France. Then we can actually dismantle the tavern to make it a lower level. That way it will cost less to change the culture of it. And yeah, that should be about it. Now I'm just hoping that the Alski don't feel like attacking me, because I've left myself very vulnerable after taking Burdigala. They could easily go and attack Sotium if they wanted to. Tolosa is very open to attack, although the 3rd Legion would be able to defend that. But I'm not sure. Their movements are scaring me. Keep our scout moving onwards to find out what the Lemovices are doing. I think they only own 1 settlement, so that's not going to be much of an issue to take over. But we've got the Santones here with a nice big army in their settlement. And then we'll be moving on to the Pictonas further north. See what they have. Now, I'm almost tempted to bring down the 2nd Legion because the Vivicii are almost out of control. And I think if I moved the army out of Nemesis, then it wouldn't matter too much anyway. Yeah, it looks like it would be a neutral happiness. So I might do just that. We'll bring them down through the Lemovici's lands. Not too concerned about actually trespassing. Sure, I'll be attacking them shortly anyway. And unfortunately, that seems to have been my time. We have had a couple of nice battles today, with my general holding his ground as long as he could against the Gauls. I think that was really epic, actually, the amount of men that legionary unit cut down. And then we had the nice siege with Caesar taking over Burdigala. And I hope you enjoyed both of them. I certainly did. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.